Okay, we are live. And we've got some people already in the house. We've got Alexandra, Christina, Nancy, and Mary Jane. Hey, ladies. How is everyone?
I'm not seeing us live on the Facebook group.
Oh.
Yeah.
It might be a little delayed, do you think? I just
Maybe.
saw
Okay, no worries.
your YouTube just popped on my
There it goes. Okay, there it goes.
Okay.
I
Hi,
just wanted to
Sherry.
pull it up.
Hi,
We
Vicky.
had comments.
Oh, yes. Thank you for doing that. Hi, Laura. Okay, so we are going to be discussing our 2 books of the month for January, Rock, Paper, Scissors, and None of This Is True.
Okay, I have to say, we haven't talked.
No,
If
we
I
haven't.
If I had to guess, I would think that you liked None of This Is True only because of the podcast.
Oh,
Crime.
I did like that, yes. But I have to say, both of these books I actually really liked. I liked both of them. Yeah, I really liked both of them. But I did like the podcast aspect of the whole thing. It was pretty cool. And I can only imagine what it's like to be doing something like that and then have all that stuff happen to you. You know, it was like, oh my goodness. So,
I did know you're a big Crime Junkie fan, and I was like, ooh, I bet she likes this book.
Yeah.
Hey, Alexandra. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Linda. Hi, Haley. Hi, Leah. I can't see everybody. I think I can only see the people who are
On your channel.
on my channel. So
yeah. So I see Linda from the Big Apple. I have Laura, Haley, Estelle, Leah, Linda M, and Teresa Louise is here. Hey, Teresa Louise. And then we got Linda and Terry. I think I might have said both of those names already. So double time. I'm just going to double time you. Oh, good. So it sounds like.
Which one are we going to review first?
Y'all tell us. Oh, thanks, Leah.
Which one do you want to do?
I just did the purple, so it's really intense right now. It calms down after the first wash, so it'll start getting better. It's sort of like a metallic, is what it said on the box. So yeah, but hopefully it'll tone down a little bit.
Hi, Leanne. I hope I'm saying your name right.
That's how I was going to say it too. That's how I was going to say it. So.
All right, which one did you read first? I read Rock, Paper, Scissors first.
Me
which
too.
Which one did you read first?
That's the one I read
so
first.
Let's do that one.
Okay, perfect. And I did print out some questions.
Oh yeah, I pulled out some too. We might have the same question.
We might.
I read Rock, Paper, Scissors in December, like mid-December, or maybe late December. I read it a long time ago.
Me too.
That one's like the one I probably needed the most refresher on. And then I read Lisa Jewell's None of This Is True, I just finished it a day or two ago. Okay,
so I read Rock, Paper, Scissors. I think I started it a little after you did, but read it at about the same time. And then None of This Is True. I probably finished that one like a couple of weeks ago. So both of them are, kind of back there for me. Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, so Rock, Paper, Scissors.
So with Rock, Paper, Scissors, I feel like I've seen that twist before in other books, but it always gets me.
Me too, and I had to go back and read.
Yeah,
listen.
Wait a minute.
I did the same. I went back like a few chapters because I was like, I must have missed something. I'm like, I must have. Yes. Because I thought I missed something. There's something I missed. And I hadn't really missed anything. It's just, it was kind of abrupt how I noticed something was wrong with my, like how I was putting the people together. And I was like, oh. And then it all started coming together, and I was like, okay, whoa.
And I liked this one because it was a little tiny bit scary, a little bit. They had like that haunted mansion feel, but it wasn't scary. Like I want to come right up to the line of scary without crossing it.
Right. Exactly. Well, I mean, I'm fine with scary, but yeah, I thought it was really good. And everything about it, I really loved. I loved how she wrote it. Now, I do know if there's anybody in the chat right now who did not like the book, because I do know that I noticed a couple people saying, oh, I'm always afraid to say that I don't like the book. You guys, don't be afraid to say you don't like the book. Come in and talk about it. You're fine. I mean, yes, we both loved the book, but that doesn't mean a thing.
I think a lot of people thought that the narrators were unreliable, and I could definitely see where they thought that, but I kind of liked it. I kind of liked that because it kind of kept me on my toes a little bit. I just wasn't expecting it. Now, can we talk about the ending real quick? Because that's where I'm a little frustrated.
Okay, yeah.
I'm just going to go straight to the end.
Okay.
So the detective comes to the manor, the house, and he finds the dad in the graveyard. Then he gets creeped out and kind of scared because he's read all this haunted stuff. Do you think he goes back and tries to investigate, gets the police involved? I felt like they left us on a little bit of a cliffhanger, like what's going to happen?
I felt the same. I wanted to know more. I wanted to understand, because I don't think I fully understand who actually did what, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know? Because it's like...
I learned all that. I just wanted to know, like, what did the detective do? Like, did he keep his mouth shut because he was too afraid because it was creepy? Or did they, like... Because I kind of, just from a story perspective, not like if it happened in real life, but from a story's perspective, I wanted them to get away with it.
Well, I have a feeling that they probably did. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that they probably did. I do think that he should have investigated it more. But, yeah. Oh, Leah says, I think he gave up and was creeped out.
Yeah, Leah also said she liked the open-ended ending.
Yeah.
See, I like it wrapped up in a tiny little bow.
I'd like it wrapped up, too. Yeah. I mean, sometimes I think in some instances where they give us like a little bit of room so that we can have our own interpretation, sometimes I like that, but I don't know. In this particular case, I kind of wish that they had told us a little bit more.
Yes. Okay, so Alexandra said she was confused when they revealed that the husband was in the car that killed the mother. Yeah, that was a little bit of a twist right there.
That was a huge twist. I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah. He just was in with this. Was it the second wife that he was in the car with? Yeah. And but he didn't remember that it was her. Was that what it was?
Some part of me wonders if he did know it was her. He says he didn't, but
he blocked it out, and she kept taking notes. You know, when he was sleeping, I think he really truly did possibly block it out. Had you ever heard of the face blindness disease? I've heard of it.
Never. I have never heard of that before. I can't even imagine what that would be.
I can't either. Even when they were trying to explain it, when he would look at her and he would kind of, I couldn't even wrap my mind around what that must look like.
Me neither. He didn't know because of his face blindness. Oh.
I don't know if that's true though, because if you lose a sense, and maybe that is a sense of
wouldn't your voice and other things still be the same?
Yeah, voices, mannerisms, tone, the way you walk, the way
everything.
Yeah, I think you would still know that. I would hope.
Well, maybe let's give him benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's because he didn't really know her that well when they were in the car. Because, I mean, hadn't they just met? So maybe then they went their separate ways. He really never knew her nuances or whatever. And then when he met her again, if he had blocked out all of that stuff, maybe he just blocked it out.
Yeah.
I do think
that's why people said that. Was his name Adam? Is that the husband's name?
Yeah.
I think it was Adam.
Yeah.
I think that's why were saying that he was, or one of the reasons they were saying he was an unreliable narrator because of that. And yeah, Sherry says they're young when it happened. And I guess people can change a lot from, when they grow up and
True.
On with their real life. That makes sense.
But I wonder if she somehow wormed her way back into his life somehow.
Oh, I think so.
Knowing. Why would she do that? I feel it's weird. Like, obviously it was in the past, everything was done, and there was no reason for, you know what I mean? Like, she could have gotten away clean.
But some people just can't let it go. So they got to pick that scab. They got to, you know what I'm saying? They can't let it go. Curiosity. I don't know. If I was her, I would not have gone anywhere near him.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
But I don't know.
Me neither. I would have been done. No. Yeah, same. I would have not gone. But I don't know. I'm not her, so I guess.
No. I think what made a little bit of the story relatable is we've all gone through points in our marriage where our significant other is perhaps like a workaholic or, working on, obsessed with football or, whatever it is, they've got a passion and you don't feel like you're getting the attention. I'm sure I felt that way before. I'm sure my husband probably felt that way before. I went to work, back to work full time, and now he texts me, when are you coming home? So it's the other way around. So I do, I don't know. I do think that part of the story was relatable in terms of them having issues, but her not picking up on any of the clues, like he was like, well, who did you win this from? Who emailed you of winning the raffle in that trip? I think I would have probably questioned that a little bit more too.
Yeah. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
Wouldn't you if you won something? Like, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm kind of like a flibberty gibbet, so I don't know that I would have noticed either. I know that
when you go, you're researching all the places around, and if there's any good restaurants, and I don't know. I feel like we would have been on it more.
Yeah,
we wouldn't have just been like onto some castle.
Yeah,
I would have wanted to know.
Maybe because of all the problems they were having. Maybe.
Yeah.
And she was just so focused on wanting to fix, whatever. Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. I also thought, was it Amelia? Who was the daughter? Was that Amelia? No, Robin. Robin. Was an interesting character, too. The first wife, that she kind of hooked them up, him and her dad, not wanting them to ever know each other, but because she loved him so much and wanted to help his career.
I was pretty surprised about that.
She really kind of stepped in it and made it worse for herself. I thought it was interesting, too, that even after her dad died, even though we know how he died, that she chose not to live in that big manor. She chose to live where she was buying very little food. She'd only go into town. She just became a recluse because she was so hurt by the actions of her husband and her best friend. I think if I was hurt, my best friend had an affair with my husband, I would want to go to Hawaii and live on a resort and mourn versus a little guest house on in the middle of nowhere.
Right. Linda says that in April of 2021, Netflix released a 6-part series based on this book. Has anyone seen it? I didn't know that.
Is it called Rock, Paper, Scissors? Is the series called Rock, Paper, Scissors? Interesting. I'll look it up.
Linda, let us know. Yeah, because I didn't know that.
I didn't know
that at all.
You guys, I have to say this because I've been waiting my whole life. Not really, but for this to happen. When I was growing up, my favorite show on television, one of my favorites, was Northern Exposure. I love Northern Exposure so much, and they would not bring it back to streaming because all the old music in it had to be changed because it was going to be too expensive with all the royalties and stuff.
Oh my goodness.
And
that's
the
why
people
I
wouldn't bring it back. They finally brought it back. Oh my gosh, I'm like savoring one episode a day. Okay, never mind. I told you now. But if you're a Northern Exposure fan. Okay, never mind.
I never even saw it. I don't know why.
It's just one of those shows, because my husband's like, what are you watching? And I said, this is like, I was in high school, I think, when it came on, or maybe a little after. I'm like, this is like part of a core memory for me. I'm like, you have those shows? He's like, yeah, like Taxi and Cheers. I said, yes, it's like my Taxi and Cheers. He was
right.
like, okay, I got it.
That's funny.
Anyway. All right, what else about the book did anybody want to talk about? That was interesting.
Does anybody want to come on and say anything?
Yeah,
Same name as the book. She said it's the same name as the book. So now we got to go look. Netflix, rock, paper, scissors. Okay, I'm going to go look. Hi, Joellen.
Hi, Joellen. She said first time from Hot Springs, Arkansas. We're so happy you're here.
Happy you're here. We are talking about rock, paper, scissors first. So if you read it, Joellen, and you'd like to come on and give a little of your insight, you can tell us. And Haley says, I didn't know that either. Interesting. The book gave me Gone Girl vibes a little. The twist seemed obvious, but I also liked it. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, not scary. Yeah, I agree. I like a little creepy, a little scary, but not to the point. Yeah, I liked it for that.
Yep.
But here's the deal with this one. I thought it was just a good. This is why I liked it, because I like a just good, easy read. Have you going forward. You can put it down, or you can pick it up and just kind of get where you left off. I didn't think it was one of those where like I couldn't like stand to put it down, but it kept my interest. I just thought it was a good book. Out of 4 stars, what would you rate it?
Out of 4 stars?
Yeah.
I'd give it a solid 3.
A solid 3. I was going to say 3.25. So I thought it was pretty good. I think Goodreads, I don't remember what it said on Goodreads, but it had an over 3-star rating. So I thought that was good. But it was just a good basic thriller, you know? A little bit cookie cutter, a little bit good. Okay, Alexander said 3. What about everybody else? Leah said 3 or 3.5. Okay. I think anything over a 3 is good with me.
Yeah.
Like,
well, especially out of 4. Because I think Goodreads does it out of 5. So if I tone that down a little bit.
Okay, so I think Goodreads gave it a 4 point. I can't remember something.
Yeah.
3 plus. Everybody's saying like a solid 3. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought it was written very well.
I liked it. Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was interesting. I actually switched over halfway. I read half of it, and then I listened to half of it, which may sound crazy, but it's just easier when I'm going back and forth to work to listen to it.
Yeah.
And I kind of, I think for this one, I liked reading it more than I liked the audio.
Okay.
The personal, I don't know. Some of them I like the next one. I'm glad I listened to it on audio. What a small world, Joellen. I just moved from there. Awesome. Haley says she's always generous and gives a 4 or 5 unless there's something terrible about it. Okay. What else did anybody not like about it?
Yeah, is there anything you guys didn't like about it that we could talk about? That would be an interesting thing to go.
The Northern Exposure song is on my head. Okay, everybody's being quiet. Let's talk about...
I know, y'all being quiet.
I know. Let's break for a minute and talk about the February book picks. I kind of made the executive decision to do 2 books again, and I hope that's good. I just saw a lot of books where, again, in the comments, people were saying, well, I've read that one or I've read this one. There was enough of the people that were picking some of the top ones saying that I thought it's just, I don't know, I'd rather pick 2. That way you have more choice and a better chance of not having something you've read. So, again, for February, you can read one or both of the choices. The top pick was Book Lovers by Emily Henry, which I have on my bookshelf, so I'm real happy to get that one off the shelf. And then Blonde Identity by Allie Carter. Some people, that's getting mixed reviews in the Facebook group. I haven't started it yet. I also have that one on my to be read book. I feel like that one's not very thick. I think it's going to be an easy read. It feels a little bit light, easy breezy. We'll see.
Yeah.
So just FYI, for February, we'll do our live the last Sunday of the month. But you have 2 choices. Read one or both. Whatever you want.
I like having 2 books.
I like having 2 books too. What do you guys feel? I got the Spinning Wheel of Death here, so hold on.
Uh-oh.
Are you getting?
No, I'm on the where we're shooting, so I don't get to see that.
Oh, okay, hold on. Okay, I just refreshed it. It's good. Okay, so people are saying they like the 2-book thing. Alexandra says it was a bit slow moving at first. Yes, it was. Are we talking about rock, paper, scissors? I agree. Would you stay in a haunted chapel for a weekend? I don't know.
Yes, I would.
You would?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
I live right by I live pretty close to the Stanley Hotel, which is where The Shining took place. And I would go and I would totally stay there. But apparently the room, the infamous room, is always completely booked. Like they're booking that room for like a year out or something.
Oh wow!
But I would do it. I would go. Yep.
Yeah, I would. No, thank you. Okay, so people were saying we're frozen. Are we still frozen? Hold on.
Let us know if everything's good.
Are people saying I'm frozen still? Okay, maybe we're okay. See, I still have the Spinning Wheel of Death. I'm not sure.
Uh-oh.
Hang in there with me, guys.
It should come back. Nothing on my end says that it stopped recording, so we should still be, we're frozen on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, everybody's saying we're frozen.
Okay, I can't go and look at that, because if I do, it will mess our entire recording up, which is why I stay on this page, but we should come back, guys, because nothing here has said that we have stopped recording. So just give it a second, maybe refresh if you hear us say that. Hopefully.
Yeah, it's still saying frozen. I'm gonna type. I jumped off Facebook because it kept freezing on YouTube as well.
Okay, I'm gonna just type in "we are still here."
I'm looking. Okay, are we still? I still am frozen.
Let me look on I could probably look on my phone and see if I see anything. Come on. Let's see. It's from Facebook, because I don't know
we're back. They're saying we're back.
Whoop.
They're saying we're back.
Oh, good. Okay, excellent. Then I'm going to turn that off. Okay.
Can everybody see us now? Give me a thumbs up
We're good?
if we're good. Sorry, guys.
Whoa.
What?
All of a sudden, you had like...
Yeah, are you doing... Yeah, that's a new thing that they're doing. It's the software.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've never seen it happen. That's funny.
There's all kinds of weird things. Yeah, because I've been watching other people's live streams and they're like, what's going on? And okay, do you guys see it? And they just said nope. Okay, no longer frozen.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. We're back!
Yay!
Hi, guys. Look at you.
Awesome.
Okay. so we talked about that, our February books, and just a quick reminder, March books we're taking requests from. I asked on the Facebook group what theme that you guys wanted to do, and a lot of you said that you thought for our first anniversary it would be fun to do a book about a book club, or maybe that takes place in a library. I thought that was a fun idea. I love that. I don't remember who came up with that originally, but I thought it was really fun. So I asked once and we didn't get a lot of responses, so I asked again. I have lots of responses. So I'm going to give you until Monday, and then I'll go ahead and do a poll with the top choices. So if you don't want to vote, or you don't want to suggest a book, but you see a book in the suggestions that you like, just like that person's comment, if that makes sense. And if I see like 9 likes on a book suggestion, I know that that's one that has a lot of interest. And that's how I can like narrow it down to 5 to vote on, or Yvette, or whoever's going to do it.
Okay.
So, good deal. All right. Anybody else coming in wants to talk about rock, paper, scissors? Give you 2 more minutes.
Yep.
I liked the characters. I liked even the mean dad. I liked the creepy cathedral. Now what I didn't like, can you imagine in the dark if you went down to the basement with the trap door and you got stuck in there in the dark and she kept hearing the voice calling her name?
Yeah, okay. I think that would freak anybody out. I think, honestly,
I would have frozen to death.
Like, no matter.
Yeah, no.
Exactly. That's funny. Yeah, I think that would freak anybody out. If you're not freaked out, there's something wrong with you.
It's true. All right. Sherry said there's a delay in the video in the chat. Maybe just hit refresh and see if that works.
Yeah, I would try that.
All right, so let's move on to None of This Is True, which I have to say had a little bit of a creepy feeling too, only because it was more like stalker. I don't know. It just felt more like it was taken from today's headline, because it just took place right before and during the pandemic. But I could totally see how something like this could happen. And I thought it was an interesting story. I haven't seen something quite like this before, a story told quite like this before. Have you?
No, I haven't. And I was actually kind of taken aback because everything, like, as it was evolving, because even though the name of the book was None of This Is True, right. It was like when we first met Josie, right? She's the one who married the guy who's 40 years older than her or whatever, right? That's Josie. I'm remembering the correct name. And Alex was the podcaster?
Yeah, we're frozen again.
Oh.
Hold on. Sorry, guys. Was there something you did earlier? Because I felt like you went to the side and then all of a sudden it worked.
I didn't do anything.
Okay.
All I was going to do over here was just, I typed in, please bear with us, we're working on it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's putting my hand up.
Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect with you.
I was coming over here just to look on my Facebook. I mean my YouTube, and I hadn't even got it up yet. Let's see. What is it doing? Let's see. Do. No, not history. What about my channel right now? Home? Nope. Oh, man. I don't know why it won't. Oh, view channel.
I think we might be back up. Are we back up? Sorry. Leah says, no freaking way. What are you talking about, Leah? The freaking are going back into the cathedral after the thing behind her was saying, oh, yeah. All right, hopefully we're back. Okay, so what were you saying? I'd never seen a story like this before.
Right. Okay, so Josie, she married the dude that was like 40 years older than her or whatever.
Walter.
Okay, yeah.
Walter.
And so once I don't know if it's that we're like wired to believe the woman, or if I don't know what it is, but it was like I did not see it coming when it got to the point where people were saying, no, Josie is the one who manipulated everybody. She's the one who's, blah, 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 blah. Once they started saying all that, I just wasn't expecting that, because I think I'm just kind of like fine-tuned to believe her. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh no, I knew she was shady from the start.
Did you?
I did not like her from the start.
Okay. Well, yeah. I didn't say I didn't like her very much, but yeah, I believed her.
She just like wiggled her way into Alex's life. Just kind of, wiggled. That's the best way. She was like, "Please, can you meet me at my job?"
Right.
At the kids' school. Like, that would have freaked me out.
Right.
Had somebody done that, I would have. I don't know. I don't think I would have. I don't know. I think she was braver. I think she was just so bored and looking for a new.
Right. Well, the part in the restaurant, I think, was okay. I don't feel like that was weird. I thought that was fine. It was after that. It was once she started going.
If you show up at my kid's school and then you're like, "Please come to my work," I would have been like, "You're weird." Like, no. Like, this is weird. I don't know.
But I think that she didn't really. Okay, I'm trying to remember, because I could be remembering wrong, but wasn't there?
Do you hear my cats? Hold on. You can stop. Go on. Girl.
I saw them, but we couldn't hear them.
You could not hear them. They were like scrapping. Okay.
My goodness.
She is not. She a mean girl. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. I really liked the book, but there was a whole lot of things that to me I didn't expect.
Yeah.
And I think it was more like because of how I'm wired. Also because I do listen to a lot of podcasts, and I listen to true crime, and I listen to, so it's like usually what I feel is normally those kinds of things happen to the woman, and so I guess I was just kind of, I believed her.
Yeah, I just think knowing that she went after the birthday, she went home and she binge watched her podcast, and I don't know, it just seemed a little stalkerish right from the beginning for me personally.
Yeah.
But that's just, I don't know, that's just me. I have to say there were some parts of it when they were getting into like the meat and potatoes of what was actually going on in the house, and she's telling her the things that Walter is doing to Aaron or whatever, and Alex is like, you just let it happen. I almost wanted to hear, I didn't want to hear the gory details, but I just wanted to hear a little bit more of that, because I felt like they led up to, in that household, the school administrator and the next door neighbor's son, and people were like, those poor kids, CPS was called, there was a broken arm. I felt like there was a lot that led up to what was going on behind the scenes, and we didn't get a lot of the backstory of what actually was happening. We got a little bit, but then at the same time, I was like, I didn't really want to read about any kind of abuse, so maybe that was good.
Yeah. I think we missed some people. When her own mama warned Alex, I knew she was shady. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the husband.
Hi, Patty. Hi, Katie.
I was really questioning of where Roxy went. I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and the thing about her, the one daughter who like never comes out her room and only drinks like strained or like pureed food and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, okay, I still don't understand how and why that happened. I don't understand.
She was just reverting. Yeah, I think she just, because of, she had ASD, which is like autism spectrum. I think that was some of the ways that she coped, because they said at the end when they were doing her interview, one of the ways that she copes is talking really softly, and so I think that could have been just a part of her spectrum. It could be from years of abuse where she's just trying to revert back to being a child. That could be it too. It could be trauma. I missed the part, and I meant to go back and I never did, but there was a part about the girl Brooke who got killed on her prom night. There was something about a corsage. What was the deal with the corsage? I totally missed it, and I don't know how I missed it.
Did it have to do with, so were Brooke and Roxy like an item?
Yeah,
they were. Okay, so
yeah.
So I guess I got very confused about all of that at that point myself, because I didn't understand what on earth happened to Brooke. I didn't go back either. I mean, I understand she died. I get that somebody killed her and, blah, blah, blah.
Well, we're not exactly sure based on the ending of the book
what
happened to Brooke.
Right.
Our thoughts are that the mom killed her, and I still believe that it was, personally, I believe Josie killed her. I think Josie lives in her own world and was making up her story even on the bus at the end of the video, or the end of the book. Right. That's my theory on it. But you never know. But I guess they found a corsage. That must have been what it was. It was in her underwear drawer, and it was the corsage that she was wearing on prom night. I think that must have been where I missed it. The corsage must have been underwear drawer. Yes, Sherry, like, why was the room smelly? Yes. Yes, I didn't understand that either. Why was because she kept going back in there by Erin's room saying, it smells, the stench, I don't know. And she made it up in her mind that she was
smudgy,
just locked in her room. I don't know. I didn't understand that either, and I thought about that later. I'm glad you brought that up, Sherry, because I didn't understand that either.
Well, does it have anything to do with A, her diet? B, was she not, like, maybe, did she not have the best hygiene? Because of whatever? I mean, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But I just assumed that that's what it was.
I don't know, but her dad went in there every night to do the gaming stuff with her.
True.
Her dad, she seemed good relationship with her dad, and I think it said that she only came out of her room when her mom was at work, so that's probably when she showered or something. I don't know. I really kind of thought when they said that they found her tied to like a baby chair in the closet, that maybe the squeaking that she kept saying the gaming chair had squeaking, and I thought, well, maybe she had her tied up in that room to that chair and she heard her squeaking trying to get out of it. I thought that for a little while, but that didn't end up being either. It was really that she was like a famous gamer.
Right.
That was an interesting twist,
that was a twist, yes. I was, yeah. How many total people?
Roxy had the corsage as a souvenir.
And that's possible. I don't know if I'd call it a souvenir, but you mean like a reminder, or?
Yeah,
Roxy said that she was sorry and that she killed Brooke.
No, that was a conversation in Josie's head at the end, which I think Josie was making that up in her head. I don't know. That could be true. Maybe Roxy did. But I don't feel like there's enough evidence leading up to everything else we know.
Yeah.
To believe that, because grandmother would have had to have been in it. Both girls would have had to have been in on it.
Oh.
I don't know. Because that's just me, though.
Maybe because she never came out. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. They're saying Josie kept the corsage in her trophy drawer. Well, that's at the ending when they're saying Josie protected her. From what I understand, I'm not sure that's true. I think
I'm not sure that's true either.
That because it's none of this is true. I think Josie just tells stories to herself to cope, just like she told all the stories throughout the book.
That's what I think too.
I don't feel like Josie did kill Brooke. I feel like that was the case, but I could see where you would think it would be the other way. I could see where the story could go, where Roxy killed him. But if I'm thinking about all the other characters, I just don't think, especially with the grandma, I think
Josie did it all. I think Josie did it all. That's what I think.
I do.
But I could see how you would think both ways too, because of how it turns at the end, and you're going, now you're like, well, now what? Now I don't know. Is that how it was supposed to go?
Was none of that true?
Yeah, right. Which part? None of this is true.
I don't think she was protecting her kids because she would tell her husband, like, you ruined my babies for me. You ruined my babies. Like, I want a dog because you took my babies away. Walter, I don't think, did anything to her children. They seem to have a good relationship with their dad. So I don't think she would have gone to that length to protect them as far as killing. That's another reason I think that Josie did it. That's just my thoughts.
Well, once we got to the end, I'll be honest, I was wondering why on earth Walter and Aaron were still there. Like, why wouldn't they?
Because they knew about Brooke. I think they had to stay because Walter told her what to do with Brooke's body, and Aaron saw it. So I think that they were stuck together.
I didn't even think about it that way.
Because Josie said, I'm going to tell Alex. And he said, no, you can't tell her or we're all going to be arrested. So I think Walter protected her.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Yeah, for a while you thought Aaron was dead because of the smell. Yeah, I wondered. That's what I wondered, if maybe she had her like tied up or something.
Well,
I think it is. I think, you can interpret it either way. I don't think there's a wrong answer.
Yeah. Joan, I think you're right.
What if knowing her daughter was a murderer was part of what makes her snap? But I don't think so, because when the girls were little and she was home by herself with the girls, they were saying how the abuse started when Walter was gone Monday through Friday. I think she snapped long before that.
Yeah. Katie, we all vote for which books we are going to read on our Facebook group. So I don't know if you have joined our Facebook group, but if you would like to be part of the book club, everyone is welcome. You go to Facebook and look for Pieces of Sunshine, and then answer the questions and you're in. And then you can vote. That's how we do that.
Yeah, I don't like when they do that twist at the end where it makes you go, huh?
I know. I wish they hadn't done that either, because
both of those books did that to us. I don't like that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Because I did start really questioning everything that I believed by the time the end of None of This Is True. By the time we got to the end of that book, I was like, oh, now I almost feel like I need to go back and read it again, to be honest, because, and I might just do that. Because I'm just not 100% sure I caught on to everything.
If you haven't read it and you want to, I would say I did an Audible for that one.
Yeah.
I liked the extra parts. Like, they made it sound like a podcast and they did different voices. And at some part they did like kind of creepy music, just like maybe 5 or 6 seconds, not very long. And I thought it was done really well in terms of how they did the audiobook. So if you want to do that.
Well, that's
That would
the
be a
only
great-
way I read books. You know that. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But I think I will read it again.
Yeah. If Josie can attack her husband and child, she wouldn't have thought twice about killing another person. I agree. She said, Alexandra says, I think she was jealous of Walter's relationship with the kids. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I think because he had lost that second set of kids because he went with Josie, I think it was really important for him to have the relationship with the girls. But did you see it coming where he was the mom's boyfriend?
No!
I did not see that. I did not see that coming. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
No, I did not see that. And so, like, see, that's what I was saying. Like, once her mom started saying all that stuff, and then I'm just like, I don't know. The whole relationship there. Because if that's really true, how did Walter, Walter must be the most pathetic person to have this kid, like, come in, be able to take him from her mom, and then he marries the chick, and then has 2 kids with her. I don't know.
Yeah.
He's kind of freaky too. Come on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. They said he was like, do you think the part where she said that, like, he would lock her in the house without a key when he'd be gone to work? Like, she didn't have a key to get out or whatever?
Well, you see,
I think
at that point, I still believed her. But then once you get to the end, then no, I don't think any of that was true.
Well, her mom said that he was kind of authoritative a little bit, so I just wondered if maybe there was a little bit of that. I'm not sure. Maybe that's why he liked her so young, because he could, boss her around. I don't know.
Maybe, because he sure was freaky. No matter what. I don't know that I believe he locked her in, but I do think that there was something wrong with that man.
Yeah. It was interesting.
13 is really young.
Yes.
Especially, he was like, at that time he was in his 40s, right? So, that's really young.
Yeah.
That's
I have to say, no, this isn't shade to anybody else whose parents did it differently, but my parents divorced when I was 11, and my mom's like, I'm not dating anybody until you guys are 18 or out of the house, because nobody's going to love my kids as much as I do or your dad does. She had heard so many, horror stories, and I have to say I really respect that, and I've always said, like, if God forbid anything happened, I want to do the same thing. And then when we did, she found the best man. They've been married for like 30 years now or something. But I think there's a part of that where she was bringing these men into the house, and some of them apparently weren't who she was exposing them to weren't the best,
Yeah. Sherry said, I had to read None of This Is True in the Dark because we had lost power. It added to the suspense.
Yeah. I think I could have read that one, but if you made me read rock, paper, scissors in the dark, I'd have been like, oh no.
That one might have been hard.
Oh, that one, no, I wouldn't have done that one. Especially when she said,
oh my goodness, I know. That is crazy.
That's funny. Oh my goodness. Well, I gotta say, with all the country, most of the country was in freezing weather for a lot of January. We did pick 2 good, mystery type, keep it going, suspenseful books. Yeah,
exactly.
I didn't think our pickers were bad on either one. Walter shouldn't have been looking at Josie at all. Amen.
Yep. I don't care what she did. He should have been all like, nope, off limits.
Yeah.
He's freaky.
I didn't want the husband to be dead. I did not want the husband to be dead. Alex's husband. What was his name?
Wait, let me look at my questions. It's got to be in here.
I know, that's
somewhere, right?
That too. Somebody's going to come up with it. What was his name? I don't see it yet. The husband, Alex's husband's name. What was his name?
Nathan.
Nathan. I didn't want Nathan to be dead.
I didn't either.
I wanted them to come back and be happy.
I know. I still was like, I was shocked actually whenever he ended up dead. I really was.
You know where I thought he was going to be? Because they said they finally figured out where those keys went to. That went to that shed in the back of the house where they found Brooke. I thought that's where they were going to be, and they were going to find him in there.
Oh.
They kind of said, "Oh, it goes to." Roxy said it goes to the shed in the back of the house, and then they left it. Because I was like, "Call the police! Tell them you found out."
Yeah, I mean, hello.
And then they dropped it for like a few chapters. Yes, he was freaky. You wish you could know Walter's side of the story. Well, I feel like we did get a little bit of Walter's side of the story when he went into the podcast studio with Alex and tried to warn her. I think we did get a little inkling of his side of the story, that she's basically a liar and makes things up in her head. And yeah, but I agree. I would have been nice to have heard a little bit more of his.
I'm still saying I would have liked to know more about Aaron. I mean, once it was revealed that, she was the gamer and everything, I don't know. I really wanted to know more about her. Like, how did all of this stuff, I don't know, because I was very confused most of the time about everything.
I think she ended up being home because she was on the spectrum, and then she said her dad kind of helped her with the gaming. And I liked at the end, they said she was moving in with Roxy and they were taking all her gaming stuff with her. And so I feel like she probably was going to have a happier ending being with her sister.
I hope so. But I think I just kind of wish she was more fleshed out a little bit.
Leah said, I was hoping he would be rescued. I was thinking there's no way she wouldn't kill him. Yeah, I know. I was hoping, I don't know, she really didn't like Nathan because she knew he didn't like her.
Right. And he wanted her out, and he made no bones about it. And I think, yeah.
I get what you're saying, Alexandra, that Nathan was a jerk, but I also think when you step back and look at it, and I think Alex came to this conclusion at the end where he really was a good husband. He was a good provider. She had a beautiful life. That he wasn't going and getting drunk because of anything that she did. It was because of his past trauma and his way of dealing with it. Even if he wasn't proud of it, he was trying to keep it away from her. So when you see it from that perspective, it made me feel like he was less jerky. And knowing how when he was with the girl, which that was a crazy story too, how she hired the actress to get him into the hotel room. But the girl's like, all he kept talking about was you. He showed me pictures of you. He talked about how he wanted to come home to you. All night it was all about you. So that made me a little bit more on Nathan's side. No, did I like the fact that he was going out and getting drunk and not coming home? No, that's not optimal. But I don't know. Seeing it kind of from that back end perspective, I felt a little bit more sorry for him.
I did too, except for I couldn't get past the point where knowing that one night when they were coming over for dinner and that she was like, you have to be there. I'm sorry, but he should have been there. I do feel, and I do feel sorry for him. I understand that it's an addiction. It's hard. I get that.
Yeah, I think he did that on purpose because he did not want to be at that dinner.
Well, regardless of whether you want to be there or not, she needed the support. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
For sure.
That was the part that really upset me the most because if he was really trying to change that about himself, which I really do feel like he was trying. I just feel like he should have been able to read that she really needed him, and so that was the only thing. Other than that, I think, everything could have been overcome, they were going to be fine. I don't feel like either one of them was ready to leave the other or anything like that. Yeah, so I thought that the relationship was probably going to be just fine. But I just kind of thought, you know what? Yeah. I just didn't like that. I was upset with him for that.
You know what? I was disappointed in his friend. I was disappointed in his friends leaving him with some stranger. I know that he has a reputation for going out and like he wants to keep partying when they're ready to go home. But if my friends left me with some strange man and we were out having a good time,
No, I agree. I agree. They know that he's got a problem. So why would you? Yeah,
Don't invite him out. Or instead of going out drinking, go bowling or go play 9 holes of golf or find something else that you can do with your friend that's not going to bring up his issues, you know?
Yep, I agree.
I don't know. All right, so we have 5 minutes left. Does anybody on? You can put it in the comments. If you do, we can bring you on.
Yep.
And if not,
let me see. We
can talk about we can talk about what anybody else has read this month that you are ready to share. The good, the bad, the ugly. Have you read anything else this month that you would like to share? Yeah, anything could have happened with those people, yes. So if you want to come on, you can just click the link. Yvette just put it up.
Yep.
Pat with you.
If you're on Facebook and you want to come in, you have to come over to one of our YouTube channels and see that link. Because I can't get into Facebook right now. So, but it's right there.
If you're watching one more time, you just came on and you're wondering about how to get into the group, you just go to Facebook, look up Pieces of Sunshine. You request to join, ask 3 questions. One of them is what's your name? The other 2 are really easy. And then hit request to join and we'll get you in. Yo, we crossed 500 and like sailed way past it. We're at, I don't even know what we're at now. 535.
I know, it was really great.
518. So yay! I love it. All right.
Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you. That's true. If he was suspicious of them, why would you leave your wife alone with them? Yep.
Yeah. Good question. Good question.
Yep.
Yeah. He dropped the ball for sure.
Yeah, he dropped the ball.
All right, any other books you've read? I know you've read some more books this month. Have I read any other books this month?
I read some other books. Oops.
I know, you always have a million. I have so many. My next book's going to be is it The Housemaid? No, what is it? Oh, I did. I read The Housemaid's Secret.
You did?
I did read that one, which was the sequel to...
The Housemaid. Wasn't it just because of The Housemaid?
Maybe, yeah.
And then it was The Housemaid's Secret?
I thought it was real good. Real good. At first, I'll tell you, if you have read The Housemaid and loved it as much as everybody did, I was a little late to the party with that one, and then you go to read The Housemaid's Secret, where the housemaid left off, you think you know where The Housemaid's Secret's going to pick back up, and it doesn't. So I was a little disappointed, and I felt that it was a little bit slow the first little bit, but I guess good, it's worth it.
Okay.
Stick with it.
Good to know. Leah said she's reading the Shatter Me series. I'm on the 2nd book and loving it. Okay.
What's that about, Leah?
Tell us more. Katie says, I'm into the Laurel K. Hamilton, Anita Blake books. Okay. And then Linda says, if Nathan did come home for that dinner, the story wouldn't be the story we read. We needed Josie to not like him.
That's true.
That is true.
Good point. Ooh, midnight is the darkest hour, and what moves the
dead?
The dead.
Ooh.
There's a little heart at the bottom of my chat that was about her. What? Midnight is the darkest hour. Tell me, is that been like scary? Is it suspenseful? Is it creepy? And the Shatter Me series sounds really interesting too. Write that down. Y'all, I need another book like I need a book of Hole in the Head. Oh, Midnight is the Darkest Hour. I'm going to look at that one too.
The Monsters of Templeton by Lauren Croft. Okay.
Oh.
Let's see. Oh
yeah, I still read Daisy Darker. Wait, what? Did we read Gazing Darker as one of our book club books?
Yeah, we did.
Did we?
Yeah.
We did.
I think we did.
And if you like Alice Feeney, all of her books are on is it Kindle Unlimited? Sorry, couldn't bring it up from here to here. Or on Kindle Unlimited. Ooh, I love a dystopian book. Hold on, Leah. Okay, the Shatter Me series. Okay, it's a dystopian young adult with a little bit of magic. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay, I might like that. I like a young adult book every now and then. I really do.
I do too.
I like a dystopian book. I thought that was really good. Leah said you read... Okay, Leah, I gotta tell you, I have picked up Lessons in Chemistry and read the first 4 chapters 3 times. And then I put it back down. At one point, I'm gonna pick it up and finish it. But for some reason, I don't know why I can't get into it. Tell me. And I've heard it's really good. So maybe you're inspiring me to pick it back up and read it and get all the way through. I know is it on Netflix? There's a show. And I'm like, I'm not going to, First Light Wins. I've heard that's really good too. Yeah, I just saw somebody review First Light Wins. I don't think I got that one for Book of the Month. I don't think I got that one. Okay, it's a thriller.
Was that the book?
Alexandra, Meet Me at Midnight is a thriller.
Okay.
Nice.
Whoa.
Haley, you're going to have to let me know in the comments of one of my videos what you're thinking of First Light Wins. Good. Or in the Facebook group. Put it in there. You liked Lessons. I think that I will like it, but for some reason, I think because I've read the same 3 chapters for 3 times now, I'm just like... I just keep putting it down and not picking it back up. It hasn't, grabbed me. And I know you got to get into the meat of the book sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's been a struggle for me, that it's still on my bookshelf. Is it a good summer read, do you think? Or is it a good winter read? Lessons in Chemistry. What else have you read, Yvette? I know you always have 3 or 4.
Oh, yeah. I read a few things. I read a book called Heart of Ice by Greg Olson. That was a good book. A Time to Die by L. Gray.
Oh.
I listened to a book called Victim 6 by Greg Olson, but let me tell y'all, if you're going to read that, please just read the book, because the narrator sucks rocks. I'm just going to say.
Oh, no.
It was hard for me to finish, really hard. I had to put him on time and a quarter or something like that and try to get through it. He really sucked. He should not be reading any book, much less a thriller, okay?
That's
what
too bad.
Else? I know, it really was. It really was.
Audiobook.
I read a book called How to Save a Life by Liz Fenton and Lisa Steinke, I'm thinking is how she says her name. It was an interesting book. It was a YA book, and it was one of those books where something had happened, and lots of people had died, and so and something had happened where there was no there were no cars or anything like that, so they were walking across the United States and blah, blah. Anyway, it was a very interesting read. It was interesting. I thought it was pretty good. I don't know that I would be go read it, kind of thing, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
It was good.
It was different, yeah.
I think the 2 other books that I want to read coming up, in addition to our book club books, are the new, the sequel to The Maid. I can't remember the name of it right now. Does anybody remember off the top of your head? I just got it from Authentic Book Box. I've been dying to read it. I think that's what I'm going to read next. Then I also got a book, I think it was my book club pick, or my book pick for Book of the Month, The Fury.
Oh,
that one looks good too.
Okay.
So I think that 2 reads.
There was another young adult book that I read called Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson. I thought that book was really good.
Oh, okay.
It was not a scary book. It was a young adult, like full-on young adult book. So it was good. Alexandra.
Yes, great books. Ruth Ware, I like her. She's got a new book coming out. I think it doesn't come out until like May or June. I just watched a YouTube video. It was like 24 books that I want to read in 2024, and it was all of the authors that have new books coming out. And there was several that I was like, oh, gotta read that, gotta read that, gotta read that. It was really good.
I think I pre-ordered that Ruth Ware book, I think.
Yeah. I think it'll be good. All right,
Okay.
we're at 9:35. Thanks for coming in, everybody. Just a reminder, if you didn't see, our February books are Blonde. Where is it?
Identity. Blonde Identity.
I think it's by Allie Carter, and Book Lovers by Emily Henry. You only have to read one, not both, but you're welcome to read both. I think we're probably going to both read both. Lisa says Greg Olson books are amazing.
Yeah, and he writes some true crime too, so if you guys like true crime, he has books that he writes that are fiction, and he also has true crime, so just FYI.
Ooh, that's good.
Yep.
So go over to the Facebook group and look at the suggestions people have said for our March book club. You're welcome to make a suggestion yourself. If you don't want to make a suggestion, just like a post if you see a book that somebody suggested that you might like. Because the books that have the most likes are the ones that'll go into our vote to pick for the March book.
Awesome.
I'm excited. Thanks, guys, for coming in.
Yep. We'll see you guys in about a month. We'll let you know when we're going to have that really soon. She and I, KRISTY and I will decide when we're going to do that. The only thing that might affect it is I'm going to QuilCon. So we'll look at the dates.
Okay.
Okay.
Might not be the one. All right.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, you guys.
Bye-bye.